welcome back to another Unbox, Unbag and Build Per Bag. This time I'm here with set 75299, Trouble on Tatooine. This set was released on the 1st of January 2021. It has 276 pieces, is rated ages 7 plus and comes with 3 minifigs, as you can see on the bottom. You got Grogu the Mandalorian in Beskar armor and a Tusken Raider. Trouble on Tatooine, the set that finally brings us Beskar Mando and the cheapest way to get Baby Yoda. A lot of people said that it should have had Cobb Vanth and his speeder made from Anakin's old pod racer. Of course, something that everybody just roared at their TVs about when they seen it in episode 1, season 2 of The Mandalorian. It was great to see there. And I agree, it should have it, but I feel like them having a choice between Cobb Vanth in Bubba's armor, because of the whole red arms, and there's isn't there a skirt or something he's wearing, his bottom half is different, or having the new Boba Fett with his armor all different. I don't know, they'd probably do a matte kind of finish on him there, or different colours. They would end up reprinting the thing anyway and making a different character, but I feel like they couldn't really do both, could they? Because they'd use the same torso, clearly, and then they'd be making 2 Boba Fetts, essentially, with 2 with different faces. I feel like it's just too much trouble for them to go to, but I could be wrong, could be nice and easy. But at the same time, they could have something bigger in mind for Cobb Vanth and his speeder. But so far, this is all we're getting from Season 2, so they might not even do a Boba Fett or a Cobb Vanth from The Mandalorian. We might not see that at all. But, to be honest, we're not going to see it until after March at least. Don't know what's exactly coming for the rest of the year. But, it's all kind of up in the air at the moment. Getting on now to the rest of the box, you can see here on the top it shows the scale of the Mandalorian minifigure, and it then on the sides of the box, pretty standard Lego stuff. You see the Lego Life logo there and some small print. On the other side you see a smaller version of the front of the box art. Also then, pretty standard stuff on the bottom of the box there for Lego, just the small print and all that. And on the back then you can see some of the functionalities of the set. You can see, of course, the tent opens and closes. It looks like it could probably, if you modded it a little bit, you could add another 1 or 2 onto it and make it a full circle. If you wanted, I think I would like to do that myself, but I probably won't. I just don't have the time. I just don't have the patience or time for that at all. I'm just going to build the set, put it in the wardrobe, review it, and keep the figure. Then you can see that Grogu can fit into his little pouch there on the side of the speeder bike. And you can see the ballista has the spring-loaded shooter there with the new silver kind of torpedo, which is interesting to see there, definitely. It's nice to see them kind of changing up, because I have a few colours for the torpedo and silver is definitely one I don't have. So I don't know if this is a new piece or if they've just not really used it an awful lot in Star Wars sets, but definitely, again, nice to see there. And from the back of the box to the unbox, let's see what we got in here. So, first off, we can see that we have 3 bags, 3 numbered bags. We have 1 instruction book, and it doesn't seem like we have any stickers. So that's interesting. Definitely no stickers, thank God. I just don't like stickers. I just don't like that. Everybody who's been watching my videos have known this for some time now. It looks like we get Grogu and the Mandalorian straight up in bag number 1. We get our Tusken Raider in bag number 2, and I'm going to guess the ballista is there in bag number 3, to be honest. The tent in bag number 2 and the speeder in bag number 1. You can see there we have a cape. I don't think there's any other cloth in the bag in the set, so that's probably all we got of that. But yeah, let's get opening bags. So I seem to have been right. It seems to be the speeder in the first one, because we have, of course, the side pack there, and we have Mando's helmet there, of course, and of course the rest of them as well. I don't know why I just mentioned his helmet. We have the rest of them too. I will say though, I thought it'd be a bit shinier. It's very brown. There's quite a lot of brown there. I mean, I know it could be accurate or whatever, but I just think we should have been a bit shinier than that. But anyway, as you can see, our big parts side here doesn't contain too many crazy pieces. Kind of off the wall a little bit would be the backpack there that we don't see that often. Maybe this piece as well, kind of interesting but not crazy. Otherwise, standard enough pieces. We see Grogu's body down there as well. and obviously Mando's cape there. In the small side, we see Grogu's head, of course. And again, nothing too crazy, although I did forget about this. I seen this as soon as I opened up the bag and I forgot to mention it. So here we have I'm going to call it a satchel or a pouch or something. Surprisingly enough, there's actually a bit more detail on it than I thought. There's little bits of detail on the sides there, like kind of, I don't know, buckles or something, are they? I'm not quite sure. But the moment of truth, let's see, does it work on the Mandalorian? I think it will end up working, to be honest, and yes, it does. You've seen it here first, it worked. Well, you might not have seen it here first, but it works. It's definitely there. So yeah, getting back to the small side, there's not really any need to, because there's nothing that interesting here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the overview. Let's get on to the build. So at the end of bag number 1, we can see that we have the speeder. It was a nice little build, definitely. Kind of interesting the way they've kind of used all the pieces and the way they've gotten this kind of slant down here. That's quite nice. Otherwise, standard enough kind of stuff, really. It just definitely does come together very nicely, I think. Also then, you can see the two figures we have here. We have Grogu and Din Djarin there. And our spare pieces for this bag are here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for bag number 1. Let's get straight on to bag number 2. So, bag number 2, and it doesn't seem like we have any crazy parts in this either. You know, there's some nice parts, of course, but there's nothing really too wild and out there. Possibly this part is the most interesting in it. But we've seen that before, especially if you've Lego Pirates. I would assume that that's kind of all over as pirate ship as well. Actually, this piece is quite interesting now that I think of it. It's not really that usual. It looks like a mix of two pieces we have seen before. Of course, that's pretty much all of the pieces then that are really that interesting. You can see as well the Tusken Raider is there. And that's pretty much it for the big side. On the small side then, we have two little bones. We have this for the bantha toothpick. Can't remember, the gaffy stick. We also then have a few kind of pieces. We have a grey ice cream cone piece there. We have some fire. Nothing too crazy bar what I've mentioned there. Let me just see, are these printed? No, these are not printed. I'd never seen them printed before, so I wasn't surprised when I seen that. So yeah, that's it for the overview of bag number 2. Let's get on to the build. So at the end of bag number 2, and we have the hut done. We have our Tusken Raider here as well, with his gaffy stick. And our spare parts are here. We got 4 spare parts there. Some nice spare parts there, definitely. So yeah, as I was saying, I thought you could possibly mod it to add on more and then maybe go the whole way around. And to be honest, you could, but you'd have to maybe buy 3 of them, because this would work for the whole way around. But these little bits then you'd probably have to take off and just replace with these. But yeah, there's definitely potential there, 100%. So yeah, that's it for bag number 2. Let's get on to bag number 3. So bag number 3 here, and we see a clear 2x2 brick there, which is nice and interesting. We also see our new torpedoes, which is nice to see there for a change. We have 2 of these. I think you only need 1, so I'd say the other one is a spare. They do usually add spares of those parts as well. But otherwise, it seems to be fairly standard pieces, or usual to the set. Of course, you got this in a different color earlier on. But yeah, that's it for the big side. Seems standard enough. Also, same kind of goes then for the small side. Doesn't seem too crazy. No printed tiles in this bag either. No printed tiles in the set. But yeah, that's it. So that's pretty much it for the third and final overview of bag number 3. Let's get on to the builds. So at the end of our third and final bag, we have the ballista, or ballista, I don't know what you call it. It's a nice little build. It is. There's little legs on it, and there's these things that go up and down, and it looks okay. It looks fairly decent, to be honest. I don't know if I'll be displaying it anywhere, because unless I'm recreating the Kirat Dragon scene, I don't really know where it would fit in the world. Maybe just like on a mountain in Tatooine or something, on top of a mountain. I don't know. We'll figure out something. But that's what you're left with. You're also left with a spare one of them. And your spare parts then for this bag are here. And your spare parts for the entire set look a little something like that. Yeah, that's it. Show you now the back of the instruction book. You can see a few of the first half of 2021 is here. You got the earlier wave here, and the later wave, the March wave here, and probably the characters on the other side. Yep, characters then on the other side. You can see it a little bit bigger than you saw it in, for example, the Microfighter, which I built first. And surprisingly, in the last 2021 booklet, there was the play it in Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, whatever. But there was no date on it, and in this one, they just seem to have left that out altogether, unless it's up here on the front, and I didn't notice, but it's not like them. No, unless it's on the back. No, they've just left it out completely. Maybe we won't have a Star Wars game this year. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you think there's anything that needs to be said. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.